What's up, everybody? It's your favorite predictable nerd's favorite nerd. Today we are looking at Toyworld Bulldozer, and same thing, just opposite this bit. It's here's the forearm, and I do love. I don't know if I pointed out that the piston movement there as well. Very, very smart. Once again, and hand, same thing as before, just opposite. Drill, same thing as before. Screw covers, same thing as before. Tread, same thing as before, but a different color. Gun, same type of thing as before. Black sculpt, good sculpt, red paint, all done well. So let's talk about this guy. Let's see if we can't. I guess you could plug the gun in there if that's your thing. I don't see another place for it off the top of my head, but maybe there is. Either way, it's probably a poor decision, right? He looks good. I love this bit, this over-the-top bit, and if that's not your thing, you can just flip it down on the back. But it is definitely my thing, so I love that. This, you get articulation at this hinge in here, up, and then this hinge, and then that's it seems. These come down. Do they flip all the way around? I guess you can either have them all the way up or whatever. All the silver paint looks good, red paint looks good, gray paint looks good, yellow paint looks good, gray paint, red paint looks good, all that silver paint looks good. All the paint once again looks great, and the green is a great green. For a size comparison real quick, once again, there he is with Tiger Tracks. So pretty good. To get it into arm mode, pretty clever. Unplug these. Good use of this same bottom piece for the most part, right? But good use of it. And then bring this whole section down. Flip this piece up. Flip the combiner port down. That moves a lot better than the other one. And then you want to take this piece, plug those two bits in there. And then fold this back down, and this slides up in there. Pretty clever, I must say. Then take your hand and plug it in. I don't know if I have the right hand. Doesn't matter because I got them both out. And yeah, that worked. That all worked a lot better. And it's very secure because of the way that it's designed. It's a really clever design. For doing Devastator's arm, I must say. Very cool. So a lot of this to get him into bot mode is the same in this department, and then of course you can tap those pieces back in. So take this off, then legs down, fold these bits just like you did last time, up. I guess I can get the feet out of the way. Back, plug them in. Same for the other side. Plug them in. The feet, a little bit different. Take this, bring it all the way around, plug that in, and then rotate that piece around front, and then this piece around to the back, and that gives him like his little booty. And then it's the same on this side. Double hinge, bring it around to the front, and then this one around to the back. And there you go. Untab this piece, and that piece if it hasn't already come untabbed. And then you can get that piece moving. Then on the bottom you can then tuck those pieces back in. From the top you can split these pieces here and then bring the arms down from the shoulders. Then these flaps will cover up. Hand, same as you would expect. Open up, flip out, close. Same for the other side. Open up, flip out, close. Alright, then these gray hinges in here, rotate them up and then rotate the shoulder down. That'll put the shoulders up above the head, give it more of a robust kind of feel, and then you can go ahead and flip the head up while you're there. Then position him like this, where he's kind of making a chair out of himself. Rotate this ratchet, not the bottom one, but the first one down. So from the bottom it should kind of look like this. You can go ahead and flip that open and bring the legs down. That'll help start giving you room. And then this piece collapses and tabs back in to both sides like that. And then the hips collapse as you move the ball peg up on both sides. Once again, it's finding that sweet spot right there, and they'll go together. Flip this piece up here and then flip this whole piece down, slots go there. You can also rotate the head and collapse this. Now this is how your bucket should look. Mine was flipped back because I'd already done it once. I think it came in the box that way as well, but open those pieces up, flip that back, and then flip these pieces back as well. Make sure these gray pieces are up. Flip this back, and then you line it up so that these gray pieces will tab in there, keeping the chest up. And that's him. I'll get him cleaned up. We'll take a look. So the only thing I didn't show was double hinging this down, just as you do with Scavenger. One thing you'll notice is that this is different. That's because I removed this piece, and when I removed this piece, it went to display one of my wife's secret powers. Many women have this secret power. It's called selective hearing.
You know what I was thinking?
What were you thinking?
I was thinking, what if we, got experimental? Like maybe you, me, and another girl.
What did you just say?
Oh no. I scratched.
What was that?
Oh, you heard that? And the reason why she has it is because I scratched this when I was taking it off. So that's part of it. So let's talk about this guy. Head is on a ball joint, and once again, this piece doesn't really, like, it's supposed to tab in here, but it doesn't really stay secure. But as a result, you do get a hinge. So posed on a shelf, he'll be fine. Silver paint both on the head and in there. Something still seems weird to me about the sculpt of this head. Something still seems very wrong. The visor is too long. Something is still not quite right. I know they fixed some stuff, but something is still not quite right. Moving down, we have the translucent plastic here. That looks nice. Then moving down here, we have all these tech picks. Looks very much more G1. Decepticon symbol there, and we'll be good to go, I think. These pistons do look a little goofy, but they're not crazy. And I think that not having them as chrome, which I think might have been an initial option, is much better. And you get the waist swivel, no problem. This is an issue. So these pieces that connect here, they're just not the greatest connection points. And when you manipulate them, a lot of times it'll pop off. So just keep that in mind. Shoulders, we get a swivel here, and then we have a hinge here to get out. So the range is pretty good, and then straight 90 degrees out, and you can bend it around and pull it up, whatever you need to do. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbow, getting you the full range. Wrist swivel, no real faux hinge like on the other one, because it sticks together a lot better. Fingers, it's the exact same hand mold, I would imagine, so it's the same sort of issues and the same sort of benefits. In terms of the hand holding the gun, same type of business. Paint-wise, we got silver paint there, that all breaks up nicely. Down in here, we just have the gray and silver. This is all fairly plain, but it looks pretty good up in here. I wonder why, because I don't think that, I wonder what that is for. Like, I wonder why that hinges, because I don't think we had to manipulate it at all. I'll double check and make sure I didn't miss a step, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. That yellow paint, that's a nice touch and wasn't really necessary. This joint is a little loose in contrast to the other joints that are super tight. But range of motion, everything else is still the same. So very, very weird, inconsistent. Hips, all this stuff is the exact same as Scavenger, but these stick together a lot better. So cheers to them for that. The ball joint is still there, still gets you out, limited out. I'm not sure if I harped on that before, but the range of motion out, yeah, I did, because then I talked about you could split up the mold. These are ratcheted, and then this, and then I forgot to mention here, these are piston. I think the other ones are piston also. And I'm not exactly sure why that is. Oh, I guess to get the tread on and off if you break it. That's probably what it's there for. And then these are here, to keep the tread back on the ratcheted knee, which gets you just shy of 90 degrees, which I think is fine. Once again, I could have used more paint. And I'm not sure, I mean, I know the green is accurate, but, for the consistency of the combiner, it doesn't bother me because they won't be combined for me, but I think for the consistency of the combiner, maybe to have this as black, like the treads as black, and then the green and purple on the inside might have looked better. Not sure, time will tell, I suppose. Feet, we got the ankle tilt on the hinge here, and then kind of the faux rocker, which I think works well enough for the feet. So that's him articulation wise. And there's a look at the two of them together, and they look pretty good. I like it. So the negatives here are there's joint inconsistencies, but they're nowhere near as bad as the other. And then this chest piece is kind of irritating. It's constantly popping out on me. And then the same problems with the legs that we saw on Scavenger. But for the most part, this is an improvement from Scavenger. There's the same problems with the hands and stuff like that. So, so mold-wise, it suffers from the same issues. But the tolerances on this guy, at least on mine, are far better. I have to say that I wish I would have messed with this guy first. Maybe it would have made me be more forgiving of Scavenger. But as a result of messing with Scavenger first, my expectations were much lower with this guy, and a lot of the problems that I have with Scavenger that are like big problems, like problems with enjoying the figure, are gone here. So the question now is, he still has the same bonuses too as Scavenger, right? So he still has the paint that's good, he still has the material that's good, so all that kind of stuff, still some smart decisions going on and all that kind of stuff. So he has all of the positives and a portion of the negatives, but the question is this par for the course, or is Scavenger par for the course? And only time will tell. So we'll be looking at them, we'll be comparing them with Generation Toy, and we'll be moving through this. As of right now, like I said before, my intention is to keep these guys in bot mode as kind of my masterpiece Constructicons in bot mode, and then my Generation Toys as my Devastator, just because he kind of fits in with my collection better. But time will tell. Thanks for listening, thanks for watching, until next time, take care.